The sun began to set, casting long shadows across the Hollywood hills. The golden hour bathed the landscape in a warm, serene glow, a stark contrast to the chaos that was about to unfold. It was a scene of tranquility, soon to be shattered. The peaceful hills, known for their beauty and calm, were on the brink of a devastating transformation. A fire, small at first, ignited near the famed Sunset Strip. What began as a flicker of flames quickly grew into a menacing threat. Fanned by dry winds, the flames quickly grew, racing uphill with terrifying speed. The dry conditions and strong gusts turned the fire into a rapidly moving inferno. The air filled with the acrid smell of smoke as the firestorm announced its arrival. Thick plumes of smoke billowed into the sky, signaling the impending danger. Residents caught off guard were ordered to evacuate immediately. Panic set in as families scrambled to gather their belongings and flee their homes. The serenity of the evening was replaced by the piercing wail of sirens and the frantic scramble for safety. Emergency vehicles raced through the streets, their lights flashing urgently. The fire, now dubbed the Sunset Fire, consumed everything in its path. Homes, trees, and memories were engulfed by the relentless flames. Mansions, once symbols of Hollywood glamour, were reduced to smoldering ruins. The opulent residences, now charred and unrecognizable, stood as a testament to the fire's destructive power. The fire jumped roads and fire breaks as if they were mere inconveniences. Barriers meant to halt its progress were easily overcome by the ferocious blaze. Firefighters, facing an inferno of unprecedented ferocity, fought bravely, but were outmatched by the blaze's relentless advance. Their efforts, though heroic, were often in vain against the overwhelming force of the fire. The night sky, normally a canvas for twinkling stars, was now illuminated by the angry glow of the unstoppable inferno. The once peaceful night was transformed into a scene of fiery devastation, a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable fury.
"It all happened so fast," recounted a distraught homeowner, her voice trembling with emotion. "The flames seemed to come out of nowhere, engulfing everything in their path with a terrifying speed. One minute we were having dinner, the next we were running for our lives. The air was thick with smoke and the sky glowed an eerie orange as we grabbed what we could and fled." Her story was echoed by countless others who had fled the flames, leaving behind a lifetime of memories. Each person had their own tale of sudden flight, of cherished possessions left behind in the rush to escape. The evacuation centers were filled with people from all walks of life, united by their shared experience of loss and uncertainty. Strangers became friends as they shared their stories and offered each other comfort in the midst of chaos. A young couple, clutching their baby, spoke of their harrowing escape, their eyes wide with lingering fear. They described the moment they realized they had to leave, the panic setting in as they bundled their child into the car. They had driven through a tunnel of fire, the heat scorching their car as they navigated the smoke-filled roads. The flames licked at the sides of their vehicle, and they could feel the intense heat even through the windows. An elderly woman, her voice frail but resolute, spoke of losing her home of 50 years. She had watched as the flames consumed everything she had worked for, her heart breaking with each passing moment. "Everything I owned is gone," she said, her eyes welling up. "But I'm alive, and that's all that matters." Her resilience shone through her tears, a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure. These stories of courage and resilience in the face of unimaginable loss painted a poignant picture of the human cost of the disaster. Each survivor's tale added a layer to the collective narrative of strength and hope, reminding us all of the power of the human spirit in the darkest of times.
The firefighters, facing an enemy as unpredictable as it was unforgiving, worked tirelessly to contain the blaze. Each moment was a test of their endurance and skill as they fought against the relentless flames that threatened to consume everything in their path. The Santa Ana winds, notorious for their intensity and dryness, turned the canyons into wind tunnels, whipping the flames into a frenzy. These winds, often reaching hurricane speeds, made the fire's behavior erratic and dangerous, complicating the firefighters' already daunting task. The terrain, steep and rugged, made access difficult and dangerous. Firefighters had to navigate treacherous paths, often carrying heavy equipment, to reach the heart of the blaze. Every step was a battle against the elements and the fire itself. Every ember was a potential new firestorm, threatening to spread the devastation even further. These tiny sparks carried by the wind could ignite new blazes miles away, creating a seemingly endless cycle of destruction. Exhaustion etched on their faces, the firefighters battled on, fueled by adrenaline and a deep sense of duty. Brief moments of rest were rare and precious as they pushed their bodies to the limit to protect lives and property. They worked through the night, their efforts hampered by low water pressure and the sheer scale of the inferno. The darkness added another layer of danger as visibility was reduced and the fire's glow cast eerie shadows on the landscape. Air tankers, resembling giant metal birds, soared through the smoke-filled sky, dropping fire retardant in a desperate attempt to slow the fire's advance. These aerial operations were crucial, providing support to the ground crews and creating fire breaks to halt the blaze. But the blaze, fueled by years of drought and a landscape parched and ready to burn, seemed unstoppable. The dry brush and dead trees provided ample fuel, turning the wildfire into a raging inferno that consumed everything in its path, leaving behind a trail of ash and devastation.
As the sunset fire raged on, another inferno erupted, this time in the affluent community of Pacific Palisades. Dubbed the Palisades Fire, it quickly escalated into a major disaster, consuming thousands of acres and forcing the evacuation of entire neighborhoods. The flames, fanned by the relentless Santa Ana winds, raced through the dry brush, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The Palisades Fire was a stark reminder that in the face of nature's fury, wealth and privilege offered little protection. Multi-million-dollar homes nestled in the hillsides were reduced to rubble. The fire, indiscriminate in its path, spared no one. The community, known for its tranquility and breathtaking views, was now a scene of unimaginable devastation.
Section 6. Sheltering Hope, a lifeline for the displaced. In the wake of the devastating fires, emergency shelters became havens for thousands of displaced residents. Organizations like the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and local community groups mobilized swiftly, providing food, water, shelter, and emotional support to those who had lost everything. Volunteers worked tirelessly, their compassion and dedication shining through in the darkest of times. These shelters, more than just places of refuge, became symbols of hope and resilience. They were places where neighbors helped neighbors, where strangers offered comfort to strangers, and where the true spirit of community shone brightest. They were a testament to the indomitable human spirit, which even in the face of tragedy, finds the strength to endure and rebuild.
Section 7. Rising from the ashes. The spirit of resilience burns bright. As the fires slowly began to subside, the long and arduous process of recovery began. The road ahead was long and challenging, but the spirit of the people remained unbroken. Amidst the ashes and debris, a sense of community and shared purpose emerged, stronger than ever before. Neighbors helped neighbors clear debris, rebuild fences, and offer emotional support. Businesses donated supplies and volunteers poured in from surrounding areas, eager to lend a helping hand. The outpouring of support, both locally and from across the nation, was a testament to the enduring human spirit of compassion and solidarity in the face of adversity. Section 8. Your help makes a difference. How to support the recovery. The journey to recovery from these devastating wildfires will be long and challenging, but there are many ways you can help. Your contributions, no matter how big or small, can make a real difference in the lives of those who have lost so much. Consider donating to reputable organizations like the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, or local community foundations directly involved in providing aid to those affected by the fires. You can also volunteer your time and skills at local shelters, food banks, or with organizations involved in debris removal and rebuilding efforts. Every act of kindness, every dollar donated, and every hour volunteered brings hope and healing to those who need it most. Section 9. A call for global action, preventing future firestorms. The recent California wildfires, while tragic, are a stark reminder of the increasing frequency and intensity of such events globally. Climate change, with its rising temperatures and prolonged droughts, is creating a tinderbox-like environment in many parts of the world, making these disasters more likely. We must act now to address the root causes of climate change and implement sustainable land management practices to mitigate the risk of future wildfires. This requires a global effort, with individuals, governments, and organizations working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, protect our forests, and create a more resilient future for all. Let these devastating fires serve as a wake-up call, urging us to take action before more communities are ravaged by the flames.